The search for America's best cake decorators is on.
Whew, okay.
I'm excited about the cupcakes that I'm going to make today. I'm going to take a regular cupcake but take it to the next level where I'm not just going to decorate the top. I'm going to add a little volume to it. I'll put a marshmallow underneath and then build icing on top of that. I'm going to do 4 different monsters. They're going to be monster cupcakes. There's going to be a lot of details on the cupcakes in 15 minutes, so I will be pressed for time on this, but I want to make sure I get everything on there.
The cupcakes I'm going to make are a little spring flower combination with a butterfly accent. I just love spring flowers and butterflies, so that was something that I wanted to incorporate in the cupcakes. These would be great for a little princess party, a tea party, any kind of a girly little event.
I'm planning on making a garden-themed cupcake. It's kind of based on personal experience. I'm a big gardener and I've had like a war with rabbits, so I'm doing a little vegetable garden with some rabbits hanging out. I think cupcakes have, you know, a good place. I think they're really fun for parties. It's not something I recommend for every event, but they're cute and they taste good and they're easy to eat.
Last thing, and I had to wear my tiara for this. For the cupcake challenge, I am going to make a chocolate dipped strawberry cupcake martini. The cupcakes I'm going to do are probably a little bit different than what I think anybody else is going to attempt to do with their cupcakes. I don't do a lot of cupcakes. My challenge to myself was to come up with something kind of above and beyond what a normal cupcake's going to look like.
I'm happy with how the monsters are coming along. I wish I had a little more time to, you know, slow down and make them perfect, but for rushing a little bit, they're still coming along fine. I think customers definitely appreciate some creative little creatures when they have their own story and personality.
The key to a good cupcake is really the flavor of it. In my mind, how it looks isn't nearly as important as what it tastes like, because that cake is really what you're going after. I'm having a lot of trouble keeping my hands steady. Just nerves, I think, are making me shake, so it's definitely a challenge.
You have to wear tiara when you do these. It is a must. By the end of the night, you're having your martinis, the tiaras come out on a girl's night. The cupcakes that I'm going to do for the cupcake challenge, I think because they're a little bit different, kind of off the wall, out of the box, and not your normal cupcake, I think that's going to grab everybody's attention a little bit more. Just not your normal in the wrapper cupcake with some pretty design on the top.
Cupcakes are kind of a pain. It's hard to make something really cool that doesn't take a ton of time because they are kind of tedious when you get into the fancy ones. I think texture is an easy way to add pop to your cake or the cupcakes or whatever you're working on. That way it's just that little added something.
I think getting everything on the cupcakes in 15 minutes, time has really just been the biggest stickler throughout all of this. I have really hot hands, so molding those tiny pieces and not melting them in my hands and keeping their shape so that they look like what they're supposed to look like, it's always a challenge.
Wow, I'm way ahead on this one. I'm only like 5 minutes into this and I'm pretty much already done. I think the whole 2 challenges before they had to rush really had me kind of hyped and ready for this, and wow, I'm feeling good right now.
I think anytime you can add something in that's not going to take you a whole lot of extra time, but it's going to stand out from what everybody else might be doing, is always a good thing. This was all learned on the job for me. Back before the days of fondant and cutters and molds and pre-made flowers, this was how we did it all. It was all just made by hand. It's kind of becoming a lost art because there's so much fondant work.
Can't really do this without the marshmallow or having something underneath there, because that would be too much icing and it would just fall over. I am a little nervous about finishing on time for the cupcakes just because there's so many little details that I need to add to them.
I would have taken a little more time just to mold the strawberries, add a few more details, taking my time with some of the greenery. It's just time that I didn't have. I'm just happy that they all came out. They all look cute together and nothing fell off, didn't lose any ears.
I worked for 25 years in the retail world. It was nothing to crank out a few hundred cakes a day. So time was not too much of a factor from my challenge.
I finished the monster cupcakes with a couple minutes left, and that gave me time to kind of decorate the board instead of just having individual cupcakes. I kind of set a scene. I put them on a quarter sheet board. I put some presents behind them. Yeah, I had a couple of minutes left, so I was just, putting some confetti and stuff on them, making a fun little party scene for the monsters. I'm really happy with how they turned out.
Perfect ending to a girls' night out with the tiara. I'm really happy with the end results. With this, I might have maybe drizzled my chocolate a little bit more in the glass up a little higher and maybe put a little more mousse in it, but I'm really happy with the presentation. I think it's very pretty and it's also going to be really yummy.